day, right?
Yes, I try
And your
to,
prayer is okay. Now pay attention. I want everyone to listen because I'm going to use some Arabic terms because you know Arabic and I'm going to translate for them. In your 5 daily prayers, you say tashahhud, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now guys, just I want you to understand. Tashahhud is when they pray and then they make the confession, you know, the shahada. Now in your tashahhud, 5 times a day, don't you say Assalamu alayka? Finish it for me. What do you say? No, start from the part, brother, my brother in humanity. Start from the part where you say Assalamu alayka. Say it slowly.
Okay. Yeah. Assalamu alayka ayyuhan nabiyyu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Okay, translate for everyone. What is Assalamu alayka?
It means it's a greeting. It's like peace. Peace be upon somebody.
No, it doesn't mean peace be upon somebody. You're speaking to someone directly. And what are you saying? Do I need to translate? I know what it means, but I want you to translate for everyone.
The translation is that peace and blessings, may God bless and give shower his blessings to the Prophet.
No, that's
Muhammad.
not what you said. See, you're in front of me, you're twisting it. Assalamu alayka, you're speaking to him. You're saying peace be upon you. You're not saying Allah shower peace and blessing on the Prophet. Are you not speaking to your Prophet by saying Assalamu alayka, peace be upon you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so in your prayer, you say to Muhammad, Assalamu alayka ayyuha nabihu, right?
Yeah.
Okay, translate now literally. Be honest and translate it literally. I want you to translate it.
May God bless and reward the Prophet Muhammad.
So you did it again. You're lying to me. If you lie to me again, I'm going to block you. Translate accurately.
I cannot, of course, give the word-by-word translation because I actually am not Arab.
All right, okay, then let me help you. I'm not an Arab too. I'm a Syrian, praise Jesus. Assalamu alayka means, in your prayer, you're saying, peace be upon you, O Prophet, right?
Yeah.
So can I ask you a question? Why are you talking to Muhammad, who's dead and he's buried in Medina? Where are you now? You said UK, right? You're in UK. Hold on, before you go on. You're in UK, right?
Yes.
And your prophet's grave is in Medina, right?
Yeah.
So in UK, when you pray 5 times a day, you speak to your prophet whose body is in the grave, Medina, from the UK, and you say, peace be upon you, O prophet, and the mercy of God and his blessing. Why are you talking to him in your prayer?
Because this is the prayer is actually praying to God. It's not to the Prophet
Muhammad. That's not, you're not praying to God. You're talking to Muhammad.
Yeah, the prayer, for you to pray Salah correctly, you have to say this. You have to say tashahhud.
Why do I have to talk to Muhammad when I'm praying to Allah? Because that means now I'm talking to Allah and Muhammad in the prayer. I'm talking to two, Allah and Muhammad. Why?
That's what we do as a Muslim tradition. It's not because the Prophet Muhammad is one of the is the highest prophet for us, the greatest of the prophets for us.
Listen to
me.
That's
why we respect him.
Ashiko, I don't care what your tradition says. You need to use your brain and be smart and see your tradition is making you a pagan because you're talking to a dead man in your prayer as you're talking to your God. You're talking to your God and a dead prophet. Why? Prayer is supposed to be talking to Allah and it's ibadah, it's worship. Why in that prayer you talk to Allah and Muhammad?
Because it's part of the prayer to talk to the Prophet.
So your prophet made it part of your prayer to talk to a dead man and commit idolatry, and you still respect your prophet for doing that to you?
No, idolatry is forbidden in Islam. It's totally forbidden.
No, it's not. You just admit you're talking to a dead man in the prayer that you offer to God. That is idolatry if you don't know what idolatry is.
Idolatry is worshipping idols.
So is prayer worship? Is this salah that you do worship? Isn't that ibadah?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is. The prayer is not exactly what it's like a remembrance of God.
No, I didn't ask you that. Answer the question slowly. Isn't prayer your ibadah, your worship?
Prayer is ibadah, yeah.
Okay,
Ibadah
prayer is worship.
Not only prayer, but other things. For example, fasting and other things are also.
I don't care about other things. We're talking about prayer now. Don't change the subject. So I want everyone to hear what you said. Prayer is ibadah. Prayer is worship. So you said idolatry is to worship what? What is idolatry? To worship what?
Idols of God.
Okay. So now I want everyone to hear what you said. The salah, the prayer, is worship, ibadah. In your prayer, you talk to Allah. That's your worship. But then you talk to Muhammad in your prayer, which is supposed to be worship. So you don't realize it. You're actually worshiping your prophet when you speak to him in your prayer because prayer is worship. So why are you worshiping your prophet in prayer? I mean, that's fine. Now, in your 5 daily prayers, if I'm praying and I say to someone who's not there physically, let's say I mention William, he's in another state. And I say in my prayers, in my 5 daily prayers when I'm praying to Allah, and I say, oh, peace be upon you, William, and the mercy of Allah be upon you. Am I violating the prayer by mentioning William and speaking to him directly, even though he's not there?
You see, if I say yes, you're going to bring up the
Tashahhud. You got it.
salam we sent to the Prophet.
You got it. See, people don't know that you know you're sharp. I just want people to know that when the Muslims pray 5 times a day, in their 5 daily prayers, they say tashahhud, where they speak to Muhammad. They say, Assalamu alayka ayyuha nabi. Peace be upon you, O Prophet. I'm sorry, it's Nabi, not. They speak to Muhammad 5 times a day in their prayer. They speak to him directly, saying, peace be upon you, O Prophet, and the mercies of Allah and blessings. So notice he laughed, because if I were to say that to anyone else, if I was praying to God and I say to Rob Christian, who is not there physically, who's in another continent, and in my prayer I say, peace be upon you, Rob Christian, and the mercy of God and his blessing, the Muslim will say, hey, you committed shirk. But they do that 5 times a day when they speak to Muhammad directly in their prayer, which is supposed to be directed to Allah. Why do you do that?
Our Prophet asked us to do that.
So, but I thought prophets would not ask you to commit shirk. This is shirk, because you're talking to a person who's dead, who's not there in the prayers to Allah.
When we send prayers to the Prophet.
Yeah, but not to cut you off, by the way. Stop. One real quickly. William, you got a troll here who's equivocating on Islam, how it defines prayer with Christians. He says, or praying the rosary. So this guy's got to go, because I'm arguing on Islamic terms. Nowhere in Christianity is invoking the Blessed Mother of the Saints considered worship.
Yeah, so when we send the prayer to the Prophet, the angels take that prayer and give it to the Prophet. It's not we're sending it directly to him.
No, you're talking to him directly, though. No, that wasn't my point. You're talking to him directly. You're speaking to him. Why are you speaking to him when you're supposed to be speaking to Allah?
That's just the only part that we send blessings to the Prophet.
Yeah, but you can say blessings without speaking to him. You can say, oh Allah, send blessings on Muhammad, but you're not. You're speaking to him. You're saying, peace be upon you, O Prophet. Why are you speaking to him?
No, I don't fully understand that.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, I won't press you on. Okay, I won't press you on, because we're talking about monotheism. My problem's with Islamic monotheism. Okay, when you pray 5 times a day, do you say Assalamu alayka ayyuha nabi?
When we are in our prayer?
Tashahhud.
Yes.
Translate what I said. When you are praying your 5 daily prayers in your tashahhud, you say Assalamu alayka ayyuha nabi. Translate, please.
Peace be upon you, O messenger.
Or prophet, Nabi's prophet.
O prophet, yes.
And so you're in America, let's say, and your prophet is in the grave in Medina. And in your prayer, you're mentioning him and speaking to him directly.
Okay, so you're going to try to interpolate that to mean that we worship Muhammad. Is that what you're trying to do?
Well, what is prayer if not worship?
But we don't acknowledge that we worship Muhammad.
But are you praying when you say to Muhammad, peace be upon you, O prophet?
It's exactly what it says. Peace be upon you, O prophet.
And that's in your prayer, right? That's part of your prayer. That's the words of your prayer?
Yes.
And your prayer is ibadah, worship?
Yes.
So you just admit that part of your prayer you directed to Muhammad, so part of your worship is directed to Muhammad.